So today I'm going to show you how I usually do this wiggle text effect. And for this you need three things. One is an iPad, second one is a pencil like this one, and the third one is the app called Procreate. It's not free, unfortunately. It costs around $12.99. So because I know some of you are not willing to spend money on an app and you might not even have an iPad, I will show you a different alternative on Davinci Resolve, which might be useful to you. It's not quite exactly the same, but it's still a good looking effect. So let's jump right into it. So we are now on the Procreate app. I'm going to change the background color to black. So I go here and change it to black. So the next step is to go up here to the brush library, and you have different brushes here available. I'm going to go with calligraphy and use the chalk one, which I like. So for this to work, you can change the size here on the left. And now I'm going to write the word that I want to make the wiggle effect. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to write the word word. So I have one layer done, and for this to work, you need at least between 3 to 6 layers. So what you do is you go up here on the layer, you add another layer, and then you write on top of the letters as close as you can, like this. Then up here again, add another layer and do the same thing. And one more time. Just right on top. That's it. So now halfway is done basically. So all you have to do now is go on up to the range on the left corner, and we're going to choose export as animated MP4. So here, as you can see, you can already see how the wiggle effect is working, and you can change the frames per second. If you go lower than 15, it's going to wiggle slowly, obviously. And if you raise the FPS, it's going to go quicker. So really depends on what you're going for. I usually go for something around maybe 9 or 10. So when that's done, you can click export. You can either just airdrop it to your MacBook or just save and import it to your PC if you have Windows. So we are now in Davinci Resolve, and I'm going to show you the next steps we need to do to use this effect. So basically we drag the file we just created on Procreate into the timeline. And as you can see, it is very small because there's only a few frames. And to fix this, all we have to do is just basically copy and paste it. So now I'm going to just hold the Option key and drag it like this, and we can even extend it more. So I select all of them and then drag again. You can do this as many times as you'd like. So now that we have extended these clips, now we have to create a compound clip. To do this, I use my shortcut, which is Command E, but you can also select the clips, right click, and then new compound clip, create new one. So now, as you can see, the word is here, but it has a black background. So to fix this, we go into the composite mode and change to something like add, or screen also works good, whatever you prefer. And now, as you can see, here we go. We have the wiggle effect. You can change, obviously, the size of the text. You can make it smaller or bigger. You can change the position, just like any other asset you would have. So now I'm going to show you the second effect. It's not quite the same because we're not literally writing anything, but it's still a cool effect. So the first thing we do is drag the text plus onto the timeline. Drag it on like this, and then let's change the words to something like word. Let's use the same thing. We can increase the size. We can change the font for something different, maybe this one, I don't know. So next one, we go into the effects and we look on the open effects, we look for the ripples effect. We drag that onto the text plus. Now we go up here on the inspector and we turn off the shine, turn on the animate, and then down here on the ripple one, we reduce the amplitude to something like this, and maybe the frequency to something like this. You can play around with these settings and see what works best for you. And we have now something like this. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed both of these effects. I prefer the first one, but I know a lot of you won't have an iPad, or you're not willing to spend $12.99 for an app, which I completely understand. So that's why I showed you the second effect, which can also work for you if it's a look that you're going for. So I hope it was useful to you. And if you like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.